This is Eric Barr from Phoenix, Arizona, and you're watching me and my golf. Let's take charge of your game.
Hello and welcome to your first My Swing analysis of 2018. Andy, what do the viewers need to do if they want to enter?
Literally just comment below letting us know why we should pick you and what you are struggling with, and hopefully we can pick you and help you this year.
Yes, big year ahead for you. I'm sure you want to have a good season. Right now, look, Eric Barr from Phoenix, Arizona, 15 handicap. Great fan of ours as well. You know, he's always commenting and he's obviously very excited to get this. So hopefully we can help you with your golf swing. Wants to be a 10 handicap and compete a little bit more. So that's his goal
by the end of this year.
For next week.
Oh, for next week?
No,
that's
no,
fine.
by the
We'll
end of the year. By the end of the year. So let's just have a little bit of a look at Eric's swing, and we can see the front-on view. Looks nice and sunny there, doesn't it, Andy? So we can see as he swings back, there's a little bit of lateral movement away from the target, what we call the sway. Does make things difficult from there. We can see as he swings down and strikes the ball, he actually doesn't get the ball first, he gets more the ground first. So obviously his consistency of strike needs to be a little bit better. And then if we go to the down the line view, this is where we kind of see more of the issues maybe. Obviously we've got the sway from the front on view, from the down the line view. He actually looks pretty decent here with the club, but straight away as soon as he starts his downswing, that right elbow and arm is very high, the club shaft is very steep, and then he's got to do a bit of a reroute to help it out, and he actually doesn't get a great strike on that one, gets it going out to the right. So we can see that there's a little bit of an issue with the lower body pivot.
Yep.
And there's a little bit of issue with this transition in his downswing with how he's moving his right side, upper right side of his body. So look, this is so common. We see a lot of people really struggle with the control with this shoulder. What sort of bad shots are we seeing through this? Obviously the bad strike, but what else are we seeing?
Yeah, well look, from that it gets obviously quite steep on the way down, so you know, poor striking issues, combine that with a poor lateral body movement on the way back. He's just going to, you know, bring into the ground pace a lot to the golf ball. He's going to cut across the golf ball, and with this sort of steep transition that he gets as well, the face tends to get a little open, so, you know, potentially a lot of these slices as well. So, I mean, look, I actually really like the backswing. If we can just get the lower body doing a slightly better job and improve the transition, I think we can really improve his ball striking, but his accuracy and dispersion is going to be tighter as well.
Okay, so let's just quickly show off what the sway is and then show how it needs to look.
Well, we saw obviously a lot of movement on the way back. The lower body and the upper body moves a little bit. We're going to focus really on the lower body. So if we can position ourselves nice and solid at setup here, we really want you to feel, Eric, that on the way back, instead of moving the body away from the target, we're really going to feel as if we can coil up in the backswing. So notice the right hip here. It's going to go more back in the backswing as opposed to away from the target. Now straight away now, I'm using the ground better, and instead of moving my strike point further back here, I've got much better chance doing this of actually striking the ball followed by the turf. That's going to make a huge difference in the consistency of that strike.
Okay, perfect. So now when we're talking about that transition, so Eric, definitely make sure you do that. Now when we're talking about this transition, what sort of positions are we looking at with this right arm, this trail arm?
So we're saying that Eric, we're quite happy with his backswing. He makes a nice sort of rounded motion, gets to the sort of top of the golf swing, but as he starts transition now, we go quite steep. The right elbow gets very much on top of the left elbow. You can see that from the front camera as well, Pierce. And then from there, he has to sort of fight hard by trying to reroute it, as you say, to get somewhat close, but it's too late there. And that's where the inconsistencies happen. He can't really use his body efficiently to get through the golf ball.
And you can tell he's a skilled golfer. Eric, you must be a skilled golfer to get the club back into a position where he can actually hit it from. But obviously, if you want to make that next sort of step towards that 15, sorry, from that 15 to that 10 handicap, it would definitely help if you do this drill. So I'm going to put the iPad down on the floor there, Andy. So look, we spent some time recently with George Gankus, GG Swing Tips, and there's a drill that he uses that we really like, teeth back in, that we really like for getting the arms shallower in the downswing. So what sort of thing are we looking for first of all?
Well, look, first of all, we see that his right elbow is sort of a little bit out on the way back, but we don't mind that too much. But certainly on the way down, we want to see that this right elbow works a little more inward. And you can see as I'm doing this, look what happens to the club. As we get the elbow working more in, the club's going to want to shallow. From here, then he can go ahead and rotate and use the body a little bit better. So this transition from top of the golf swing to, let's say, here, Pierce, where this elbow works more in, and again, front on camera, you can see the right elbow's underneath the lead elbow there, as opposed to getting it a little more here where we see Eric.
Okay, so the GG drill, what is it? I'm going to help you out here, I think, aren't I?
So I'm going to swing sort of halfway back or 3/4 back, and you're going to just place the alignment stick, Pierce, on my elbows. So hopefully we're pretty level there. But during this downswing now, what we want to focus on is dropping the alignment stick behind me instead in front of me. So you can see there, look, I've really got the elbow working in, the club's nice and shallow from here, and that really is going to help that transition and shallow it out.
Yeah, and it's a really good feel. Obviously, you're going to need someone there to place the club, but there's someone holding the camera for you, so this is how you help each other out at the driving range, and you can actually hit golf balls doing this. I'm going to get Andy hitting a golf ball doing this, and it really does amplify the feelings that you need and exaggerate those feelings to get that club shallower.
Yeah.
You ready?
Okay, let's go.
Let's go, come on.
So, if I take my setup,
All right, very good. Nice
that
little
was
draw
pretty
there,
good,
as well,
that was
Andy.
actually. Yeah, I was really happy with that one. Do you know what? I think it takes practice to get that. If your partner's not there to do that, obviously get the feeling there of getting that trail elbow working in and shallowing the club out.
Yeah.
But certainly will help.
Lots of practicing. So Eric, that's what you need to do. You need to make sure you get the sway sorted out and then shallow that downswing. Now look, if you want to see any more tips from George Gankus, we actually have a Me and My Golf Weekly that we filmed on meandmygolf.com. Make sure you check it out. There you go, we hope you enjoy that very, very common swing faults that we're seeing there with Eric. If you have any questions or whatsoever, post them down below.
Yes, and also, how would you like to have myself and Pierce as your very own personal online golf coaches? Well, you can on our website, meandmygolf.com, that we have created for you. Go and check it out, guys. You can have a free 30-day trial. Click the link in the corner, and we'll see you over there.